Bill, the former teammates Kurt Busch and Matt Kenseth working well together. In fact, over the last caution, they passed a message to Kurt from Matt that said, thank you for the help, I needed it, we'll do more of the same. And they are on the two-tire strategy as well. Left side tires have about 20 laps on them, so that way they feel like the final stop, fuel only. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon, he went the opposite direction in the 24 Ford tires, so they can go no tires on their final stop. Just fuel, quick splash of fuel only.
Mark Martin in that 6 car. Oh, there we go.
Casey Mears, McMurray, and front of a huge pack.
No, that's Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon is in it. Martin Truex Jr. in the 1. Gordon just got hit again.
Oh, man.
You got real hard, buddy. I didn't see it at all. Yeah.
I guess Junior's back there in the middle of that, too, wasn't he?
Yes. Denny Hamlin, 11 car.
Yep.
See Clint Boyer, 07, trying to drive away. Well, we keep talking about the big one. This was it.
Looks like there's Boyer. Oh, that started way up high. Who was that at way up high?
That Carl in 99?
Looks like it. Have to get another look.
That started from way up on the outside of the wall.
Like Harvick. Was Harvick right in front of that?
See if we can get a. It's going to be tough to see from that shot, too.
Now Harvick goes high and just gets tagged by Gordon. Some of these cars have already made it back to pit road.
It looks like it's Carl Edwards. Now, I don't know if Carl got tagged, but he got loose, like he got hit. And he turned to the left. When he turned to the left, he went down the racetrack and hit whoever's to the left of him.
Which is Casey Mears, I believe, in 42.
Watch 99 on the left. Now you're not going to be able to see it from this shot.
3 wide. Inside, 4 wide.
Trouble.
That's camera deep getting hit right there.
Dave Burns.
Left side damage, Bill, on the 29 car. A little bit on the front end, mostly on the door of Kevin's car. They're going to pound it out just a little bit on the left front, but it's not as bad in the front as we may have thought. But the side, there's still, you know, wind that needs to, air that needs to go down the side, so Kevin's car will definitely not be what it was earlier. Alan?
Most of the damage to Denny Hamlin's car concentrated on the fenders at the corners on the right side. Denny saying to the team he didn't think that the wheels were hit at all in any of the contact. So right now, the crew chief, Chris Gillen, the car chief rather, under the right rear of the car, looking at the damage there. And they're checking out the right front fender as well. Matt?
Now the 26 of Jimmy McMurray has already come back to the garage. Jeff Gordon's team is awaiting his arrival back here. Gordon on the radio trying to diagnose to his team how bad and what areas are damaged. He says, we are just dragging a ton of stuff. They're trying to bring a sway bar arm from the pit box, trying to get all the different parts ready. They've got a crash station back here ready to go as soon as the 24 gets back here. Marty?
Well, Matt Kenseth comes to pit road, Matt, and he's going to take on some tires here. They're also going to take on fuel. They didn't know if they can make it all the way from here. They obviously cannot make it all the way from here, so they'll have to pit again. Matt?
And the 6 of Mark Martin in for service.
Looked like fuel only there for the 6. Alan?
Watching, well, actually, I'm headed in opposite directions here. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jimmy Johnson are pitted at opposite ends of the pit road here, and we're going to check out the damage on both cars. Jimmy Johnson leaving pit road now. We'll get an update there in just a second.
Johnson's car looked pretty clean from here, Alan. Taking a look at it right now.
Oh, Junior must have been in front of that accident because I never saw him anywhere in the back.
There's one way to find out, BP.
How's that?
Let's go on board with Junior.
Well, it looked pretty clean by that shot, too. So if he got hit, he maybe got hit in the back a little bit. Denny Hamlin right in front of him.
He was in the wreck.
Stay high, dude. Stay high. Stay high. Doing good. Right through the middle.
How about that? He stopped.
Remember that when this checkered flag falls at Homestead. That's great work by Earnhardt. This is on board with Denny Hamlin. Not quite as fortunate. NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing from Talladega is brought to you by Allstate, official insurance sponsor of NASCAR. By UPS, proud sponsor of Dale Jarrett's '88 Ford. Go, Dale, go. By DirecTV, there's good TV, then there's better TV, then there's DirecTV. And by Wrangler. To Matt Yoakum.
Bill, back in the garage, Jeff Gordon watching as his team tries to fix this race car. Tell us what happened from your vantage point, Jeff.
I just saw up ahead of me some guys. Yeah, I don't know if you know they just ran out of room or what, but up ahead of me, the 5 and somebody else, got together. It looks like the 2, and then once that started happening, they all just started checking up, and then it just came all the way back to me. I thought I was going to miss it, and then the 42, he had corrected and couldn't go anywhere, and it's going to happen. I mean, the thing I don't understand is that NASCAR's been talking about bump drafting, for I don't know how many times we come here in Daytona. They said it in the drivers' meeting, and they weren't doing a thing about it out there. I mean, guys are just bump drafting, and the more they do it, the more they get away with it, the less they seem to care. I know they care, but they're just not doing anything about it. You got to stop it when it starts. And, I mean, guys were slamming into one another. They're hitting each other in the corner. And, yeah, we're in control. It's a great racetrack. The thing's got a lot of grip, banking, everything's wonderful. But eventually, just what happened is going to happen. It's going to happen again, too, probably before the day's over. You told Steve Letarte at one point your wheels were lifted up on the backstretch. You almost wrecked due to bump track. Yeah, well, what people don't understand is, they think that's all great. They're just sitting there running in the back of you. But when you start carrying all that momentum and you got a car in front of you, you have to move out eventually to make that pass. If they're hooked to your rear bumper, it's just going to turn you right around. And you said Dale Jr. was the one who was bump drafting you hard? I don't know if it's motor or what he has there, but that guy seems to be able to run into the back of people harder than anybody else out there. He's a great drafter. I love racing with him, but man, does he run in the back of people. Big hit in the points the way it's looking today so far, but there's still a lot of day left. I mean, you never know what else can happen. Somebody's going to come out of here with a huge points day. You know what? I've said all along, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it just doesn't seem meant to be for the DuPont Chevrolet. And we just go out and race now. We got some great tracks coming up. We can win races. You never know what can happen, but right now I'm not even thinking about it because I'm so bummed out that I know that our chances are pretty slim of getting up there winning this championship, if not completely done. The drive for 5 took a big hit today. He started today 6th in the championship standings. Marty?
Matt, Greg Biffle has climbed from a very damaged number 16 car. Was it just starting to get kind of crazy out there, Greg?
It wasn't getting that bad. I mean, everybody was kind of doing the same thing, and we just got somebody up there got 4 wide. It looked like getting in the corner, and just, you run out of room so quick that narrows up so fast down there. And somebody just made a mistake. I thought I was through it. I got down on the apron, and then I didn't see the 26. He was spinning and came back up in front of me. Thought we had it. Make it through with the National Guard car, but just too much damage to try and get it back out there. We got so much front damage, and the pulleys on the engine are damaged, and it knocked the oil pump belt off. So lots of damage that we won't be able to make minimum speed, so we're going to have to put it in the truck.
Jeff Gordon was saying he felt like the bump drafting was a little excessive and kind of surprising to him that NASCAR wasn't doing anything about it. Your take on that?
I may not have been in the group he was with. I didn't think it was excessive. I got hit pretty hard by the 99 a couple times, but 17 and I were working well together, and I worked with the 8 some, but something was going to happen, I think, sooner or later. It was so smooth out there, and just unfortunate we got caught up in it.
Greg Biffle, done for the day, Bill.
Under caution here with 142 laps complete.
Yeah, I think what happened when I'm looking at this thing, Nemechek, for whatever reason, whatever's going on right up here up front, Nemechek may have checked up. The 99 had to check up of Carl Edwards. He definitely got ran into by the 48. And then when the 48 hit the 99 and turned him sideways, he turned down on Casey, and it was just one of those chain reaction things. Just the guys were checking up, and one guy wasn't fast enough, and
it was the accordion effect.
Yep.
Something happened about 5 or 6 rows in front of there, and all of a sudden, boom. He gets back to the 48. He runs in the back of the 99.
Go on board Dale Jarrett's car here now. Now look at Jimmy Johnson up to the right. See, they start checking up.
Sure didn't look like he got hit there, did it?
No, it didn't look like he got hit there.
But we heard Carl say on his radio that he got jacked up in the rear.
These are the cars involved in the crash. Denny Hamlin, one of the chasers. Jeff Gordon, one of the championship chasers. Kevin Harvick. 3 of the chase contenders involved in this wreck. Marty?
Yeah, I'm trying to describe what happened to Jamie McMurray because he was asking me, what was your take on all that?
I don't know. I saw the 15 get underneath the 07, and I don't know. The 07 got turned around, and then you're just kind of along for the ride. So unfortunate.
Seemed like you guys had an awfully fast car, and people wanted to work with you, though.
Yeah, the Crown Royal Fusion was it was really fast at the start of the race. I couldn't believe it. It's the same car I ran 5th with here in the spring, and you just have to put yourself, in the right position at the end of the seal. But it got really hot. I don't know if I got a piece of tear off or something on my grill, but the car got really hot, so we kind of had to ride in the back the run just before that. We got it cleaned off and just get caught up in a wreck. Jeff Gordon was saying the bump drafting was a little surprising to him. Did you experience any of that? I mean, we were hitting each other pretty good. After the Daytona race, they had lightened the bumpers up a lot, and after the Daytona race with like 4 or 5 to go, people started hitting really hard, and everyone got out, and I think they were surprised how much their car wasn't tore up. So it's pretty aggressive today. They're working on the 26 car, hoping to get Jamie back into the race, Bill.
Thanks, Marty. Also working on cleaning up the track here at Talladega. Take a look at the championship standings as they run now with 45 laps to go here at Talladega. Jeff Burton, one of 4 cars that did not pit under this caution. Burton, Tony Stewart, David Stremme, and Reed Sorensen all stayed out. Jeff Burton is the race leader under caution.